Hey class, this is Jonathan Pomeroy, and today I'm going to be doing a reenactment speech from the movie called The King's Speech from 2010. Now this particular speech was actually given by King George VI of Britain, addressing his people and their upcoming conflict against Germany in 1939. I found this speech very interesting because he actually had a speech therapist with him present in the radio station to help kind of coach him through this speech, because he had a lot of trouble delivering speeches without a lot of stuttering and things like that. So he actually had a speech therapist present quite a bit, and I just found that very interesting. So there are a lot of vocal pauses in this, but I don't believe it was because he was trying to emphasize anything in particular. I feel like it was him collecting himself to be able to get to the next portion. So without further ado, here goes. In this grave hour, perhaps the most fateful in history, I send to every household of my peoples, both at home and overseas, this message. Spoken with the same depth of feeling for each of you, as if I were to cross your threshold and speak to you, myself. For the second time in many of our lives, we are at war. Over and over again, we have tried to find a peaceful way out of the differences between ourselves and that of our enemy. But it has been in vain. We have been forced into a conflict, for we are called to meet the challenge of a principle for which, if it were to prevail, would be fatal to any civilized order in the world. Such a principle, stripped of all its disguise, is surely the mere primitive doctrine that might is right. For the sake of all that we ourselves hold dear, it is unthinkable that we should refuse to meet the challenge. It is to this purpose that I call to my people at home and across the seas, who will make this cause their own. I ask them, as I ask you, to stand calm and firm and united. There may be dark days ahead. A war can no longer be confined to just the battlefield. But we can only do right as we see right, and reverently commit our cause to God. And with God's help, we shall prevail. Okay, so that was my speech. Like I said, there was quite a bit of vocal pauses in it. I really hope you enjoyed it. I did. It's actually a great movie if you like history movies. So I highly recommend it. But I just, when I heard this speech, it really kind of set with me and it kind of inspired me. So I wanted to share it with you today. So I really hope that